Hey, Mary. What's going on? Why are my belongings in your room? My bag, my jewelry, and who knows what else?
What are you talking about?
I've been searching everywhere for my bag. And I had no choice but to check your room. Surprise, I found it tucked behind your dresser.
Hold on a minute. What bag are you talking about? I'm completely in the dark here.
Then why is my missing stuff in your room? I don't recall lending you any of these items.
I honestly have no idea. Can we discuss this when I get home? I need to see what we're talking about.
Come on. This dress with the light blue flowers is also mine.
What? Hold on. You mean the light blue flower dress?
Yes.
That dress was given to me by Charles. Your ex-boyfriend, Charles.
Excuse me? You mean Charles, my ex-boyfriend? Charles, the guy you took from me?
No, I mean my boyfriend, Charles.
Charles initially bought that dress for me. You took it when you took him from me.
Are you serious? I didn't steal my own dress or your boyfriend.
I'm taking back what's mine.
There's nothing to take back. I haven't done anything wrong.
Mom and Dad are really upset too. Dad thinks we can't have a thief in the family.
Oh, you little brat. So that's your plan, is it?
I'm not sure what you mean. I want you to reflect on what you've done, taking things from your sister. If you can't even admit it, why shouldn't we treat you like a common criminal? After all, what's a thief if not a criminal? You can come home to pack your things. But after that, you'll have to leave.
So nobody's on my side? Classic.
No, they're not. I'm the favorite. Everyone supports me. Besides, who wants to live with someone who steals their stuff? You can live on your own and take your own things.
Hey, are you free?
Hey, what's up?
So, I've just been kicked out of my house.
What? What happened?
Christina accused me of stealing her stuff. She said that I stole you from her too. And she even said that the dress you gave me for my birthday was originally for her, so I stole that too.
Wait, what? She said you stole me? But I've always been your boyfriend. I never even met Christina. Before I started coming over to your house to hang out with you. And of course I bought that dress for you.
Yeah, but no one is listening to me. My parents just believe whatever Christina says, as always.
Ah, so that's how your family is? Well, to tell you the truth, there was a time when your sister actually asked me to leave you for her.
Man, I'm not even surprised at this point.
I told her no, of course. But I wonder if that's what sparked this. I'm really sorry if that's the case. I didn't really think she would do something this extreme.
It's not your fault. No normal person could have guessed that. But I had a feeling this was gonna happen sooner or later. I never expected it to be as crazy as getting framed for stealing my own dress, sure. But she's told me before she's going to get me disowned. Honestly, it's almost a relief that it's finally happened.
Oh, no kidding.
Anyway, I guess I'm going to get a motel for the time being. And then start looking for a place to live.
Wait, Mary. How come you haven't asked me for any help?
What do you mean?
Why don't you come live with me?
What?
I've been thinking about it for a while, but I couldn't say anything before. I know you have all those good memories with your grandpa, and that maybe makes it hard for you to think about leaving home. And sorry if this sounds bad, but I guess this is kind of like my big chance. I told myself that I would definitely ask you if this kind of thing ever happened. So, what do you think? Will you move in with me? And not just that. If everything goes the way I hope it will, I'm hoping that we can get married someday.
Oh, Charles. I don't know what to say.
And I know that you're not a big fan of my current place since it's on such a high floor. So actually, I've been getting periodic updates about potential places that might suit you. I figured that way we could find a place quickly if the chance ever came. So, what do you think?
I'd love to. Thank you, Charles. I can't even tell you how much I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, thank God. I was so nervous. I've been waiting forever to ask you. In that case, I'll get to work right away. There's actually a place that I've had my eye on. I'll see if I can make an appointment for us to go look at it. And let me know if you have anywhere particular in mind. And I'll schedule a visit there as well.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's do this.
Are you still here? Will you hurry up and finish moving already?
I've just finished packing, so I'll be out soon.
Oh, are you genuinely almost finished? I was just teasing you about taking too long. You're no fun.
It's not like I really have all that much stuff to begin with. I just have to put it all in the car and take off.
I don't really care about the details as long as you're gone. I'm thinking maybe I'll turn your old room into my new closet.
Oh yeah? Anyway, I don't need any of the furniture in there anymore. So do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do anyway. You must be feeling pretty low right now. Unloved, thrown out of the house by your own family. Poor baby.
I think this is going to be a step up actually.
Oh, yeah. Mary, you don't have to act so tough. Anyways, I guess it's a fitting end for a criminal. And, by the way, you're out of the family. You might want to consider a new last name. Ta-ta. Hey, Mary. Where did Charles go?
What? Who is this? Christina? We're not family anymore, remember?
This isn't the time for that. It looks like Charles moved out of his apartment. What the heck is the meaning of this?
Ugh, don't tell me you went to his apartment.
Why shouldn't I go to my own boyfriend's apartment?
Yeah, about that. He told me about how he rejected your, advances.
No, see. If Charles is dating the oldest daughter, and you're kicked out of the family for being a thief, that makes me the oldest daughter. Ipso facto, he's dating me.
Ipso facto? I don't think that's how relationships work.
Whatever. Where is he anyway?
We're living together in a new place.
Huh?
Yeah, the lease was almost up on his old place. And he knew that I'm not so great with heights. So he suggested that we find a place better suited to me.
What the heck? He's still with you even though he knows that you're a criminal?
Oh, that's right. He told me you messaged him the very next day. After I moved out to tell him I'm a thief.
So what if I did? And after he read it, Charles told me that he is fully aware of the situation.
Yeah, because I told him about the situation. That doesn't mean that he believes I'm a criminal. Or that he's your new ipso facto boyfriend or whatever.
What? But I told him about how you stole my stuff.
You mean that thing you told him about taking back the necklace that I supposedly stole? The picture you sent?
Yeah, so?
We ordered that necklace special. It has our names engraved on it, dummy.
What?
They're in really small cursive, so it's a little hard to tell if you don't know to look for it. But my name is definitely on there. My name. Not yours.
Are you freaking kidding me?
So all your picture really did was prove that you're the real thief here. Not that he needs any proof. Even without that, of course he believes me.
I don't believe you.
So about that necklace and that dress. I want you to leave them both with Aunt Bree.
No.
Come on, it's not like you can go around wearing a necklace that has my name engraved on it. And the dress won't even fit you. I'm 2 sizes smaller than you.
Hey. You don't have to say that. Mary. Hey. How much do you make per month?
Seriously? It's been 3 months since you messaged me last, and this is what you have to say?
It's the house. Did you know Mom and Dad don't own the house? They're just renting.
Yeah. That's been the case for like 2 years now.
What?
Wait, you didn't know?
What is going on? It's Grandpa's house. Dad has lived here his whole life.
Yeah, and Grandpa died 2 years ago. And in his will, he left the house to Aunt Bree.
So that makes Aunt Bree what? Our landlady?
It would appear so.
But why? Dad is the oldest. Doesn't the oldest usually get the house?
I mean, no one has really told me all the details or anything. But I guess Dad got into some debt or something when he was younger. Grandpa ended up paying the debt for him on the understanding that it would be coming out of his inheritance.
Really?
It looks like that ended up materializing as Aunt Bree getting the house in the end. But it wasn't really good for anyone to have us move out after living there all that time. So Dad worked out an agreement with her to rent the house.
Okay, whatever, about that rent. How much do you make a month?
What's it to you?
Dad can't afford the rent all by himself.
I'm pretty sure that Aunt Bree made a pretty reasonable rental agreement, though.
Really? $2,000 per month?
In that location and with that amount of space? I think the house would go for at least $3,500. We were getting it for a bargain.
Well, we can't pay. Mom and Dad are losing their minds.
I guess that makes sense. I was covering like half of the rent up until now.
You were?
But since I moved out, it stands to reason Dad has to cover all of it by himself. Although whatever else you can say about Dad, You can't really say he makes a lot of money.
Hey, it's not funny. Since when doesn't he make a lot of money?
You know how his company went out of business 3 years ago? He took a pretty massive pay cut when he joined his new company. Like $15,000 a year.
It was that bad?
That's why I was helping out with the rent.
So wait. Seriously. How much money do you actually make?
Well, I guess about twice as much as Dad right now.
For real? Well, then you have to keep helping us with the house.
Why would I do that?
Because your family is in trouble. It's your job to help us.
Is that right? Who was it that called me a thief and chased me out of the house again? And didn't you say something about how I was no longer considered part of the family?
Forget about all that, okay? We're like 3 months behind on the rent right now. If we don't pay it all by next month, we literally have to leave. If you help us out, I'll forgive you and we'll let you move back into the house, okay? So please hurry up and just pay this off for us. Oh, and one more thing. Mom and Dad told me to tell you that they'd like you to take over the entire rent from here on out.
Let me just think about that for a second. Pass.
What? Why? I told you that we'd let you move back in, didn't I?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't need you guys to let me do anything. I didn't do anything wrong in the first place.
You stole Charles. But as I said, I'm willing to overlook that.
How about this? Why don't you tell Mom and Dad the complete and unabridged truth about what happened? Admit to them about how you lied about me being a thief, so that you could have me thrown out of the house.
Why don't we just call it water under the bridge?
You know what? Forget it. Even if you tell them, I don't really feel like coming back anyway.
Why not?
Charles and I are getting married.
What?
I seem to remember you telling me to get a new last name. Anyway, we're making our own family and our own home.
But, hold on. Okay, fine. Whatever. You can still give us the money, can't you? It's just $4,000 per month. That's nothing for you, right?
Wow. That's interesting to hear from someone who doesn't even work.
Hey, don't bring me into this.
How about Mom? She doesn't work either, does she?
You know she doesn't.
That's probably the first thing that you guys should figure out. You guys should be embarrassed about jumping straight to charity when you could be working.
How can you say that?
Because this is not the time to coddle you or sugarcoat things. You have to hear this straight up. I have absolutely no intention of helping you even one bit.
How can you sleep at night?
With my fiancé. Ta-ta now. I have no idea what my parents thought they were going to do about the rent when they agreed to kick me out of the house. But anyway, my mom messaged me the next day furious, saying that the rent was my responsibility same as ever and that I needed to hurry up and pay it. I didn't want to deal with any of that anymore, so I changed my phone number and cut off contact. And without my financial support, my parents and sister were left totally unable to afford the house. They ended up having to move into a place more representative of their means. But it gets better. My mom and sister refused to work, same as ever. My dad started to wear down. Under the pressure of shouldering the entire burden of supporting 3 adults by himself until he broke down. Served my mom with divorce papers, and fled. As for my mom and sister, some relatives who couldn't bear to overlook things scolded the two of them. Until they both found jobs that could provide them with housing. But knowing them, it'll only be a matter of time until they're fired for slacking off. And kicked back out into the cold, unfeeling night.